Hey, sit quietly for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath. You've been carrying so much for so long, so many thoughts, so many concerns, so many quiet burdens that nobody else fully sees. And even when you try to relax, your heart still feels restless sometimes. Still thinking, still worrying, still trying to hold everything together. But listen to this is not random. God is speaking to you right now, and He's saying, rest your heart. I'm taking care of you. Take another slow breath and let those words settle gently into your spirit. God says, I know how tired your heart has become. Not just physically tired, emotionally tired, spiritually tired. Tired from carrying concerns for so many years. Tired from always trying to stay strong. Tired from worrying about things you cannot fully control. God says, I see the weight you've been carrying quietly. The worries you think about late at night. The fears about the future. The concerns you hold for the people you love. And I know your heart has been trying to carry all of it alone. But hear me gently, you do not have to carry everything anymore. God says you've spent much of your life taking care of others, protecting people, helping people, making sure everyone else was okay, and somewhere along the way you forgot that your own heart needed care too. God says you were never meant to live every day in survival mode. You were never meant to carry endless fear about tomorrow. I want your spirit to rest now. God says rest does not mean giving up. It means trusting me enough to stop carrying burdens that were never yours to hold alone. God says, I know there are things in your life right now that feel uncertain. Questions without answers. Situations you wish you could fix. Concerns you replay in your mind repeatedly. And because you care deeply, you keep carrying them emotionally. But I want you to hear this clearly. I am already taking care of what worries you. Even when you cannot see it yet. God says, I am already ahead of you, already working in places your eyes cannot yet see, already preparing peace for situations that feel uncertain today. God says you do not have to solve tomorrow tonight. You do not have to hold every possible outcome inside your mind all day long. That pressure is exhausting your spirit. God says, I know there were seasons in your life when you had no choice but to be strong. Seasons where you carried heartbreak, responsibility, loss, and emotional pain silently. And you survived those seasons. But survival is not where I want your heart to stay forever. God says, I want you to experience peace again, gentleness again, calmness again. I want your heart to stop bracing itself for something bad to happen. God says you no longer need to carry life with clenched hands. You can release the tension now. You can breathe again. Because I am still holding your life carefully. God says, I know there are moments when your mind becomes overwhelmed. Moments when fear quietly grows inside you. Fear about the future. Fear about loved ones. Fear about things changing. But listen carefully, fear is not where I want your spirit to live. I want your spirit to live in trust. God says trust does not mean you suddenly have all the answers. It means you know you are not walking through life alone anymore. God says, I carried you through every difficult season before this one. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every uncertain chapter. And I will carry you through this season too. God says you are deeply loved, deeply protected, deeply cared for, even in moments when life feels uncertain. God says there are still peaceful days ahead of you. Still gentle mornings ahead. Still moments where your soul feels calm again. Still moments where you sit quietly and realize your heart no longer feels so heavy. God says that peace is coming slowly, little by little, moment by moment. As you learn to trust me more deeply. God says, I know it's difficult for you to let go sometimes, because you've spent so many years believing everything depended on you. But hear me gently, everything has never depended entirely on you. I have been carrying you all along. God says, and one day you will look back on this season and realize something beautiful. The moment you finally stopped carrying everything alone, your heart finally began to rest. God says, so stop fighting every silent battle by yourself. Stop carrying burdens that are too heavy for your spirit. Stop believing you must hold the whole world together alone. You don't. God says, rest your heart now. Let your thoughts quiet down a little. Let your spirit breathe. Because I am still here, still guiding you, still protecting you. still taking care of you even in ways you cannot yet fully see. God says you are safe to rest now, you are safe to trust now, and you are safe to let me carry what has been weighing on your heart, because you do not walk through this life alone anymore. I am taking care of you. If this message brought comfort to your heart, type GODIS taking care OFME in the comments. And remind yourself today, you do not have to carry every burden alone. Your heart is safe to rest in God's care,